Cucurella. Fabian Ruiz. Unbeaten in international football, the TSG midfielder.
119 drawn 9.
Norman. And the Spanish fans are chanting the name of Marc Cucurella because this is not
Chose to try. Absolutely.
players with, in the great scheme of things, precious little experience. Certainly, that's the case on a tournament.
Threat as well. I think Spain, the way that they've played, the press, they go up high. As soon as they turn the ball over, they all come from behind it, and they haven't given England a breather at all. They've dominated possession, but Spain's final ball will have to improve. They're going to hurt England. Stones has been tremendous, I think, as a standout player for England.
I think when Spain have had, 70% possession, you're looking at your centre-halves and your full-backs, your wing-backs, to chip in, to make sure in that low block, you stay concentrated. And I think it's been difficult for England to get out. We talked about the box midfield before the game, but they utilise that. But Rodri in the middle of the fight is just absolutely pulling the string. England can't get out. I think when they do get out, I think that ball quick and sharp out to Saka. I think Cucurella has done okay up to now. But with Walker going on the overlap, if Saka can just get the timing right and get that one versus one situation, I think that's where England are affected by.
Spain have certainly had the most possession. They've been higher up the pitch than England. Not quite the final ball though, as Mike has said.
Yeah, Spain didn't create too much for the ball possession that we had. We are playing in England's half, but we need to get the ball quicker to Nico and to Jamil. Jamil hasn't shown so much so far. Luke is playing a good game, so I hope in the second half he can stay up.
I think when we're talking about the balance, and when Trippier was in the side, I think defensively he's done sound. But when you've got a left-footed player playing on that left-hand side, you talk about when they go, when to drop off, and body positions. I think Luke Shaw today has epitomised that. I think he's been essential in what England have had to do defensively and on the counter.
But I think we've got lots of examples of that. I suppose the big question is how long will he... He's the last man you want there on that pitch for 1v1. And he's been dominant in the box in the air, but also on the floor. Not roughing up Morata at times, being physical when he needs to be, but he's also been great on the ball. He can come out of it, he came out of it, he just slid out one time, shifted his body, even that switching the plays. These are the little things. This is a John Stones.
Put out position, he's there, again, come over, covered there. But I think what's important to say is the reason when he's stepping out as a centre-back, you break the lines, and you look at the Spain, then they all did retreat, that gives you space in the middle of the park.
Half time. That's the thing. If you can break that high Spanish press, then space will open up.
You just need only 1-2 good passes to break 4 or 5 players, and then you got Saka in fullback, Jude, Harris. So I think as England is playing good, he's doing this plan game, and I think in the second half, if they find the right pass, they can do it.
Rio, you spotted Williams going inside, which might create an overlap and a problem for England. Yeah, on that side of the pitch, definitely Cucurella. They've got a really good relationship. He goes in, he ties down Carl Walker, and the ball comes out. If they can get it out that side, that's one example. They probably had about 3 or 4 examples of that, where Nico Williams, most of his runs and his movements have been inside of that pitch. He wants to lock down the right back to keep him in, to allow Cucurella to get on the outside. Slightly more encouraging end to the half for England there. A little flurry of possibilities. I mean, we're clutching at straws a fraction, but a final shot, first shot on target anyway.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we're talking about when you press high and you get your players into these areas here, Of course, Rodri had to be there.
Amazing block. I think that was going in, you know.
It really probably was. Kane gets a hold of it, but Rodri managed to get the first half, but in the second half, we have to up it a little bit more.
Go on.
Yeah, Spain has to be a bit more careful with the misplaced passes. I think they're losing a couple of balls that we're not used to seeing them losing. England can do better.
Not as many as England. What will Southgate change anything at some point, you think, possibly? Because England are playing a low block, they might need a bit of pace up front.
That's exactly it. I think, 60, 65, 70 minutes, depending how the games go. I just think a Gordon in behind, a Watkins running in behind as well could be the difference. But we have to get on the ball and keep the ball. There's no point having the players on the pitch and we're not getting the ball to them.
But England have been most dangerous when you get the ball to Saka. I think he fancies himself against Cucurella. Yeah. When they get the ball out there and they get him 1v1, I think that'll be the message in that change room. Get your players up the pitch 1v1, especially Saka. And then you've got the overlaps of someone like Kyle Walker, because we've seen Nico Williams. I don't think he wants to run that way. He's been willing, but at times he's lost Kyle Walker, and then England can be dangerous.
I think any time that Saka has the ball or Nico Williams has the ball, you can feel the energy.
Yeah. What would Spain be most fearful of? What will he be stressing?
I think they're going to be stressing not to lose the ball in dangerous positions and try to keep doing the same thing. Just move the ball quick, try to play to the both wingers and try to create for Morata, which has been working hard but is still waiting for his chance.
Okay, it's only going to get more nerve-wracking, that's for sure. Whatever the result, you'll find something to smile about on iPlayer.
I'm going to talk to you about an undercover mission. Very well.
Serious?
You should expect breathtaking subtlety and sophistication.
Is harmless bit of fun, is it, Patrick? Is it?
It's quality.
What quantity?
Are you laughing?
Operation Original Comedy is a go. Watch now on BBC iPlayer.
One last reminder, you can watch the match in HDR on iPlayer. The Football Daily podcast will round up all the final action. Listen on BBC Sounds. And the Women's Euros take place next summer. Live qualifying action this Tuesday on iPlayer featuring Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland from 5:45.
2 words. Blowing up.
This is hard work, long hours, high pressure. You're in over your head. Whatever it takes.
People's lives are at stake.
We are so dead.
Explosive US drama. Watch now on BBC iPlayer.
Not so much drama here yet, but let's go back pitchside where Alex Scott is with Kelly Summers.
Yes, Gary, I've got a really good vantage point pitchside. I'm sitting just by the England benches. Lots for Gareth Southgate to like, but Alex, as we've heard the guys say in the studio, they are being a little bit sloppy in possession. And you actually said you think from where you're sitting that might have something to do with Harry Kane.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating because we knew coming into this Spain have been the best in the tournament in terms of possession and when they hit you at pace. And it's kind of hard for England to get out sometimes because when they do win the ball up, and sometimes you're looking for an outlet, that movement from Harry Kane is not there, so you can't even sometimes just pop a ball down into the channels to allow your defenders to get up because that movement's not there, which is really frustrating. And we saw from the other game, especially when Watkins came onto the pitch, he was making those runs, and sometimes it just helps you without even thinking that you can play that ball. So maybe that's where, I suppose, from an England perspective, it's really frustrating.
Yeah, talking of frustrating, Jude Bellingham looked like he was getting a little bit frustrated with Harry Kane a few times. What about Bukayo Saka? Because Rio mentioned him then. He's been the star boy of this tournament so many times for England. How do we get into
Saka? And you know, going off the last game, when Saka's on the ball and he gets at you, 1v1, that's what you want to see. We are up out of our seat straight away because he can make things happen. And I think we need to get the ball to him a lot quicker. But sometimes actually, with a Walker, sometimes just allow Saka to be in front of you and take that player on 1v1 and allow that to happen. And sometimes just be that support from the back. Obviously, sometimes when Kyle Walker's done it, it works, but it's just switching it up sometimes because we want Saka to do the damage in those areas.
Be interesting to see if he does make any changes. Substitutes warming up. Looks a bit like it's a pop concert in here now, though.
Cole Palmer is warming up, but so are quite a few of the other England players, so don't get too excited at home. England need to get higher, don't they?
Yeah, they want to get higher. And
Somehow.
we're already talking about the striking. Obviously, Harry Kane very isolated. Well, I think that's down to the way Spain have been on the ball. What does he need to change in the second half?
Well, Harry Kane.
Yes.
Well, I think he's got to resist.